Another offensive rebound, and then we get a tie-up. Oh, the left arm of Baker got in there and forced a tie-up. Got it on top of the basketball. And the alternating possession will send it the other way to Farmville Central.
Rebounding is going to be an issue both coaching staffs have to address. Each side giving up too many offensive boards.
Salisbury by 1. Willoughby whips one to the inside. Wooten turns and banks it home. Her first points.
Set up by a beautiful pass, just threading the needle, getting the ball in the paint.
In the opening quarter, we saw 12 combined turnovers, 7 by Farmville Central. Off the bounce from the elbow and the kind roll for Kyla Bryant. She has 6.
Bryant's a Division I recruit, showing why. Smooth shooting touch from the outside.
Left open is Wooten. Nice rebound by Bryant. Long down court pass. Gibson tried to control. Stripped though, and it goes out of bounds. Last touch by Willoughby. Great job hustling back on defense for Janiyah Willoughby.
Well, I've been really impressed by her. She's a senior. She brings so much energy on the offensive side, driving to the hoop. Here on the defensive side, look at the hustle. Goes down just from behind, swats it away.
Off the baseline, Gibson, too strong. Another offensive rebound, though, for the Hornets. Bryant, behind the back, shakes against the defender, attacks his second, and will shoot a couple of free throws.
Bryant just has the awareness to draw contact. She knew she was going into a double team with Joyner coming up, but she got into the body of Denham and sends it to the line.
And the ncdps.gov/careers free throw line, North Carolina Department of Public Safety. McDaniel checks back in. 5 points on 2 of 3 shooting in that first half. 16-15 is our score. As well.
Bryant goes out of the ball game. We figure it'll just be for a quick break, but where's the offense going to come from on the Hornets? They've got to turn up the pressure on the defensive side and get some easy buckets in transition.
17-15 lead. McDaniel flashes high post. She'll fire. Bankage strong. Rebound comes to Noble. One of the top bench players on a very deep Hornets team. They play quickly into the half court. Short. There's Gibson for the offensive rebound. Got her own miss. One more crack. No. And Joyner clears the rebound away. There's Salisbury getting a ton of offensive rebounds right by the rim. Can't finish.
Well, and they've got to realize that Joyner and McDaniel, especially McDaniel with the 2 fouls, they're just putting their arms straight up so they can go in there, not worry about the block shot because of the foul trouble.
McDaniel setting up in the right corner, top of your screen. There's the skip. This is Baker wheeling in. Oh, a no-look pass that was almost thrown out of bounds. And we get a foul on Salisbury. Just trying to make the Hornets defense work for extended periods of time.
The Jaguars have to spread the floor out, create spacing, then just move the ball. And then you can highlight your mismatches with your height.
Pass goes to the inside. Second crack. That's too strong from McDaniel. In the lane, right in front of him, and that one will go for Javicia Hutley. Salisbury by 4.
Come on down, son.
Here's McDaniel. Baseline shut off. McDaniel holds that left plant foot and now resets. McDaniel throws underneath. Willoughby wheeling, some low dribbles to free up some space, but can't finish. And the Hornets getting a lot of the loose balls here in this opening half, Jay.
Doing a good job on the defensive end, and just clogging up the paint areas. A good look from McDaniel, but the Jaguars couldn't finish.
A beautiful look from Gibson. Morgan in the lane, but then wasn't quite uncertain what to do next. Called for a walk. I don't think she believed she was as open as what she was, Jay. Was thinking pass first, not score.
Right, just a miscommunication. Now Bryant comes back into the ball game, so she got her quick break. The leading scorer comes back in fresh to close out the second quarter.
Haley Dalton also returns for Salisbury. Dalton wears number 24. She has 2 fouls. 19-15 Salisbury. This is McDaniel. They play it inside. Joyner turns left. Nice little move by Maya Joyner. She leads the Jaguars with 6.
She was calling for the ball, but she's got to set up and really be aggressive with it.
Huntley, aggressive finish.
Huntley's been good on the defensive side. She does a nice job hustling up the court in transition.
21-17 Salisbury. Man-to-man applied by the Hornets. And that pass overshot the intended target. It's loose. Another one is picked up by the Hornets eventually. Bryant. Restarts from the baseline. Now in the hands of Huntley. Huntley leads to an offensive rebound for Mary Morgan. Dalton kicks to the wing. Huntley would have counted for the foul. So Salisbury, a couple of free throws on the way when we return. Hornets looking for their first title in 11 years. A 4-point lead on Farmville Central late first half.
In 100 counties in North Carolina, we have over 800 agents. We are within the communities, and our job is to help you. It's not just a business relationship, it's a friendship. North Carolina Farm Bureau Insurance. Helping you is what we do best.
There's something bigger than just me. I represent an entire facility.
People appreciate you for what you do. Thank you, shake your hand.
I feel like I'm doing a service to the citizens of North Carolina.
You know, you want to be the best officer you can be.
You know, when I'm not busy driving nails, I'm driving through Builder's Discount Center. And no wonder. They have top-grade materials and the best prices in town. The lumber, roofing, windows, vinyl siding, and complete packages for storage buildings, decks, even garages. And you can just drive in, load up, and drive out.
You can't do that at those big box stores.
Real projects, real materials, real fast. Don't just build, build tough. BuildersDiscount.net.
Out of Fayetteville, North Carolina. They were able to create a little foul trouble for Chancellor Morrow. They attacked the basket. They jumped out to an early lead and carried that advantage into the second quarter.
Yeah, what I noticed is everybody was a little nervous. You know, they weren't, now they've picked it up.
First half highlights and more. 21-17 Salisbury. Jay leading Farmville Central. 12 offensive rebounds by the Hornets in this first half led to a lot of second and third cracks.
Yeah, and they're shooting 29% from the field, but those second opportunities, the reason why they've got a 4-point lead now on the other side. Farmville Central dominating in the paint, 16 points versus 8 for Salisbury. That's where they have to go attack their strength and use their length down low.
1 of 2 for Huntley. 5-point lead now for Salisbury. This is Joyner, spins and passes it out front to Journey McDaniel, who has not scored in the second quarter, has not picked up her third foul either. Well, the Hornets do a nice job keeping the ball out of her hands as that goes out of bounds, and it will go the other way to Salisbury. It just looks to me like with Journey McDaniel, she's playing smartly on the defensive side, but passively on the offensive side because she maybe fears foul number 3.
Yeah, and that would be a critical foul, so she's being careful. Now the Hornets do a nice job pressuring her, extending that, and making it tough for her to enter the ball down in the post.
Turnover on the Hornets. A reminder, at the conclusion of today's game, we will be selecting the Talk It Out North Carolina play of the game. Start the conversation. Stop underage drinking. There's a 5-point lead for Salisbury in whites. Farmville Central. They co-champs 2 years ago with Newton Conover. Their only other state title, 2006, when they beat the Salisbury team in overtime. Tough little jump in there. Joyner wanted a foul. Morgan the rebound, and here come the Hornets with 2 defenders behind him. Odd man break. Indecisional by Bryant and misses from 10. And that allowed the Jaguars a chance to get back. Another offensive rebound by Salisbury. Saved in the hands now of McDaniel. It's a 3-on-2. McDaniel in the lane. Wheels out of control. Pitches to the corner. This is a 3. And it's long from Wooten. Mid-40 to play in his first half. Boy, looked like a carry. No call. Dalton, yes. First points for Haley Dalton.
Finally, one goes down. Good job just stopping at the free throw line. And the Hornets seem to be getting all of the loose balls. Both teams need to calm down the offensive side and get into their offense and just relax.
A lot of deflected passes. Those are active hands from the Hornet defense. McDaniel airmails a 3. Quick outlet. It's a 2-on-1. A lead. Bounce pass gets to McCullough. Couldn't handle it though. Dribbled it on the baseline.
I like the fact that the Hornets are trying to push the tempo, but they just have to slow it down if the numbers aren't there. Each team creeping up on 10 turnovers. And I think once we get into the second half, it's going to be the team that protects the basketball and takes care of it. It's probably going to be the team that wins.
Coming up at the end of today's game, we'll be selecting the West Shore Home Player of the Game. West Shore Home bringing happiness to every home. 24-17 Salisbury. Well, Baker had a notion of firing from about 26 feet away. Spin by Joyner. A little strong in the shot. Very few second opportunities for Farmville Central at the offensive end. And a nice finish by Noble. Lakia Bryce warned us about Noble a couple of days ago, how explosive she is. She'd be starting for a lot of other teams, but she's a very important piece off of the bench for Salisbury as the Jaguars turn it over again.
And they have the momentum right now, and Noble provides production off the bench. She's a key ball handler. She makes it look so easy on the break, just driving down the Jaguars, not stopping ball. She took it all the way.
This could be a double-digit lead by halftime for the Hornets here. Alice Harper leading for a stop. Bryant. The kick into the corner. Will step away by Noble, a little bit strong. Welfare keeps the rebound alive and then throws it away. Jaguars ball, 13 seconds left. Willoughby over to Baker. 8 seconds to the inside. McDaniel spins left, shoots, no. Rebound Hornets, and the clock will tick out for the first half in Chapel Hill. It's a 9-point lead for the Salisbury Hornets. 8 points for Kyla Bryant to lead Salisbury, and they are 16 minutes away from their first state title in 11 years. A reminder coming up, the myspot.nc.gov halftime report. COVID-19 vaccines available to everyone 5 and older, and boosters for 12 and older. Find them at myspot.nc.gov. Coming up, Q Tucker will join us, the commissioner of the NCHSAA. First half highlights and more at the break. Hornets with a 9-point lead on Farmville Central.
Parents all over North Carolina are taking the Talk It Out pledge with their teens. It helps you make a plan together for what they'll do if friends have alcohol. It says they can call you anytime without being punished.
Thanks, Dad.
Anytime. Thanks for calling.
No problem.
My RDC 28 and Sinclair Broadcast Group want to help the next generation of storytellers. If you're pursuing a career in journalism or marketing, scan the QR code on your screen to apply for the Sinclair Broadcast Group Diversity Scholarship. To qualify, students must be a sophomore or junior in college and satisfy the full list of qualifications located at sbgi.net/scholarship. The deadline to apply is April 30th. Get started today.
There's something bigger than just me. I represent an entire facility.
People appreciate you for what you do. Thank you. Shake your hand.
I feel like I'm doing a service to the citizens of North Carolina.
You know, you want to be the best officer you can be.
I got my COVID-19 vaccine because I want to work towards a more normal world in the classroom and for sports and my grandparents.
I got vaccinated because I love my family. I love my friends.
Visit myspot.nc.gov to schedule your child's COVID-19 vaccine today.
26-17, halftime lead for Salisbury of the 2A state title game. You're watching the myspot.nc.gov halftime report. COVID-19 vaccines are available to everyone 5 and older and boosters for 12 and older. Find them at myspot.nc.gov.
Hey, what's up, everybody? It's time for some high school championship basketball, baby. I'm Nelson Weston, and who better to join us than our good friend all the way from Ingalls Markets, Melissa Level. Melissa,
I'm so excited to see you.
I'm always excited to see you as well. Now, you and I both know that Ingalls has had a long-standing partnership with the community in terms of academics and athletics for a long, long time now. Right. The question has to be asked, though, what inspires y'all to want to continue supporting the community?
Well, you know, Ingalls is part of our communities. We're a big corporation, but our stores are individual beacons inside smaller communities. So with that being said, this is a perfect way to do that. Supporting young athletes, supporting schools, that helps us build bigger, stronger communities.
I like that. Now, speaking of community, you and I both know that in the community, Ingalls is also known for their delicious, mouth-watering, and tasty good food.
Oh, I know.
What are some of your favorite dishes at Ingalls?
You know, I love going to the Ingalls Deli. Everything is already made. I can get a great sub with boar's head beef or pick up a nice hot meal, go to the park, go to the game. No mess, no fuss.
That would hit the spot right about now.
I'm starving.
Now, y'all are also known for y'all's famous Tools for Schools program.
That's right.
Now, on one hand, for those who are unfamiliar, what is Tools for Schools? But more importantly, how does the public get involved?
Well, it's really simple to get involved, and you just have to register your Ingalls Advantage card. That's free, and then attach it to a school of your choice, and every time you shop and use that card, a percentage of your sales go to that school.
Wow.
It's wonderful. It allows teachers and administrators to get the things they need for their school without having to pay for it out of their own pocket. It allows our shoppers, our customers, to be able to benefit the community just by shopping at Ingalls.
Now, just to follow up with that, how long has this program been around? And furthermore, how much in terms of donations have been made since its inception?
It's been around 17 years, and we're close to $23 million in donations.
Close to $23 million?
Yes.
That is outstanding work. Melissa, you and Ingalls, y'all keep up the magnificent work.
Well, thank you.
Folks, it's time for some high school championship basketball. We invite you to sit back, relax, and enjoy the game.
Sometimes playing our best game means changing our approach. Think about your favorite sport. For me, that's soccer. When you're playing a new team and you use a new move against them, you score. But once the rival team sees your moves, they can prepare against your team in the future. That's how viruses, like the coronavirus, work. Which means as new variants pop up, we have to adapt to defend ourselves. COVID-19 vaccines help our bodies recognize the virus and the different variants. They are our best defense against COVID-19, so don't wait to vaccinate. Visit myspot.nc.gov.
Everyone 5 and older can get a COVID-19 vaccine. Visit myspot.nc.gov.
Parents all over North Carolina are taking the Talk It Out pledge with their teens. It helps you make a plan together for what they'll do if friends have alcohol. It says they can call you anytime without being punished.
Thanks, Dad.
Anytime. Thanks for calling.
No problem.
Where to look?
My God, we need backup.
Law and Order SVU.
.nc.gov halftime report. COVID-19 vaccines are available to everyone 5 and older and boosters for 12 and older. Find them at myspot.nc.gov.
To a women's state championship game. Salisbury leading Farmville Central by 9 at the break. And Jay, 12 offensive rebounds and 10 turnovers forced. It's a good set of ingredients for Salisbury to maybe win a state title.
Yeah, doing all the little things well, and on the boards, they've been dominant, and that's been the reason why they've been able to gain momentum and have the 9-point lead.
All right, now let's sit down with the commissioner of the North Carolina High School Athletic Association, Q Tucker.
Welcome in, Commissioner Tucker. It's great to have you back after another successful season. How good is it to be back in the Smith Center and Reynolds Coliseum for the championships?
Well, it is so good that I can hardly contain myself in trying to describe it. It's been 2 years almost to the date when we had to postpone and then ultimately cancel our state championships, even though we had championships last year and they were in great venues of our high schools, on our high school campuses, but to be back in our old stomping grounds, so to speak, it just is a good feeling. It makes us feel like we're getting back to what is more normal.
How did the regional championships go at all the sites across the state?
I thought for the most part, every comment I heard has been very, very positive. We had been thinking about the 5th round being in a neutral facility and looking at some of the large high schools, but it was difficult to be able to do that prior to some teams not advancing. And so some of those large high schools stepped forward and said, you know what, we'll host. And they did a wonderful job.
So many exciting games this weekend. What are you most looking forward to?
As I am a former basketball coach, I always am excited to just be able to watch the game be played. So just to be able to get into the Smith Center, get into Reynolds, and be able to see basketball is always just a thrill for me. But what I enjoy the most is being able to look at the faces of the young people as they compete, to watch the coaches as they're on the sidelines trying to get them to perform at their highest level. It's just a wonderful, wonderful experience. And then, of course, you can't dismiss the fans. They all come in. They all know how to coach that game. They all know how to officiate that game. And so just to watch them and to just experience them experiencing the game is really just exciting.
Shifting gears a bit to the organizational side of the association, can you provide an update on the NCHSAA's progress towards a memorandum of understanding with the State Board of Education?
Well, since November, House Bill 91 obviously was signed by Governor Cooper back then. Since that time, our executive committee, along with our full board of directors, have been working with the Board of Education to carve out the memorandum of understanding. There were some rules that had to be crafted, drafted, so to speak. And then once those rules were put in place, or at least were put on paper, then we went about the business of trying to get the memorandum of understanding to something that would still be of benefit to not only the organization itself, but to all boys and girls across the state. So we now have a memorandum of understanding that has not been signed, but our board has essentially said we will approve of what we've been able to carve out. Right now, the process, the voting is underway, and then it'll be about the bylaws and trying to make sure that they all work together. And then it goes into effect July 1, 2022.
Thank you for your time, Commissioner Tucker, and congratulations on a great season.
Thank you very much. Look forward to seeing you.
I've got a math question for you. When you add tolerance, subtract prejudice, and multiply efforts to treat one another with respect, what do you get? Less division. And school sports have it down to a science. Looking for an example of what can happen when we realize there's more that unites us than divides us? Look no further than high school sports in North Carolina.
This message presented by the North Carolina High School Athletic Association and the North Carolina Athletic Directors Association.
When you see a young... Bigger than just me, I represent an entire facility.
People appreciate you for what you do. Thank you, shake your hand.
I feel like I'm doing a service to the citizens of North Carolina.
You know, you want to be the best officer you can be.
That's T.
Easiest solution on the market for shower and bath remodeling. And today I'm joined by Kirsten to see why so many homeowners trust West Shore with their shower and bath project.
So Joe, every year thousands of homeowners use us for their bath or shower remodel. We make it so easy, and
Sinclair Broadcast Group want to help the next generation of storytellers. If you're pursuing a career in journalism or marketing, scan the QR code on your screen to apply for the Sinclair Broadcast Group Diversity Scholarship. The deadline is April 30th. Visit sbgi.net/scholarship.
This is a Filet-O-Fish sandwich. These are Arby's 2 for $6 crispy and spicy fish sandwiches. So, see you soon then. Arby's, we have the meat.
I know this may look like a classic rooftop chase scene, but it's an Nissan sales event ad. Right on cue.
Parents to have that conversation with their pediatricians.
Vaccines are an important part of the puzzle. We need to step out of ourselves and do what's best for everyone.
Visit myspot.nc.gov to schedule your child's COVID-19 vaccine today.
You're watching the myspot.nc.gov halftime report. COVID-19 vaccines are available to everyone 5 and older and boosters for 12 and older. Find them at myspot.nc.gov.
All right, back in Chapel Hill, halftime score, Salisbury leads Farmville Central by 9. Jay, let's take a look at some first half highlights. Farmville Central got into a pretty quick start with some domination in the paint.
Yeah, Maya Joyner, using her 6'4" length down low, was going to work. 6 points in the first half. She's got to be aggressive, but that's the area where they have the advantage. They've got to dominate on the glass, and they had opportunities from their offensive boards.
Yeah, they were out-rebounded 26-16 by Salisbury. Hornets had 12 offensive rebounds, but once McDaniel got into foul trouble, really a non-factor in that second quarter, and that allowed a big run to happen for the Hornets.
Yeah, it was key for her not to pick up the third, but on the offensive side, Kyla Bryant, 7 points in the first half. She did a good job driving, dishing, and showing off her mid-range game.
And Jalea Gibson, 4 offensive rebounds for Salisbury. There's one of the 2 made threes of the half. That one by McCullough. And Salisbury, its biggest lead in this contest has been 9. That's the lead they have at halftime.
Yeah, and they were dominant on the boards, and also they used the fast break to their advantage. The Jaguars have to find a way to stop the fast break opportunities and slow down the pace.
All right, here's a look at the first half stats. The Allegacy Federal Credit Union stats. Be your best with Allegacy Legacy Federal Credit Union. 26-17, Salisbury by 9.
Well, it says it all there with the turnovers and rebounds. Salisbury with the lead because they've been playing cleaner and they're dominating on the glass. Now for Farmville Central, if you come back in the ballgame, you've got to lean on your defense to create turnovers. And to win the championship, you got to lock things down.
All right, third quarter coming up. Salisbury up 9 on Farmville Central.
Parents all over North Carolina are taking the Talk It Out pledge with their teens. It helps you make a plan together for what they'll do if friends have alcohol. It says they can call you anytime without being punished.
Thanks, Dad.
Anytime. Thanks for calling.
No problem.
An accident, tell them you mean business. Call the law offices of James Scott Farron on the Hurt Line.
Every crime has a motive. I trusted you people to get justice for my daughter. Every lie
Stop, police!
has a truth. You just need to know where to look.
My God, we need backup.
Law and Order SVU.
When you see a young...
Sometimes playing our best game means changing our approach. Think about your favorite sport. For me, that's soccer. When you're playing a new team and you use a new move against them, you score. But once the rival team sees your moves, they can prepare against your team in the future. That's how viruses, like the coronavirus, work. Which means as new variants pop up, we have to adapt to defend ourselves.
MyRDC28 and Sinclair Broadcast Group want to help the next generation of storytellers. If you're pursuing a career in journalism or marketing, scan the QR code on your screen to apply for the Sinclair Broadcast Group Diversity Scholarship. The deadline is April 30th. Visit sbgi.net/scholarship.
This is a Filet-O-Fish sandwich. These are Arby's 2 for $6 crispy and spicy fish sandwiches. So, see you soon then. Arby's, we have the meat.
I know this may look like a classic rooftop chase scene, but it's a Nissan sales event ad. Right on cue. This Rogue's got more power than that CRV. Might want to hold on.
Hurry in and save up to $42.62 on select models.
The action never ends, but these offers will.
Tell you, Jalea Gibson doing what you hear coaches say, a lot of the dirty work, diving for balls, deflecting passes, getting on the offensive glass.
She's had 5 rebounds in the ballgame. You're right. She's been really good on the defensive end, just creating disruption.
Baker, the reload. May have forced it, knocked out of bounds. It'll stay with Farmville Central.
And Patrick, I think the first 4 minutes is going to be so important for Hollis Harper's club. They've got to come out and they've got to lock things down on the defensive end. But on the offensive side, you've got to highlight McDaniel. Give her the ball and let her go to work and isolate one side of the floor with her and Joyner.
The Jaguars did not score for the better part of the last 3.5 minutes of that second quarter. There's a foul charged against Gibson of the Hornets. That will be her first. Salisbury by 9. Bryant had 8 in the first half. Huntley 7 on the inside. That one just flips out of there. No good. Hard fall by Joyner. Upset that she missed a shot and maybe didn't get a whistle either. Hornets still pushing down the lane. Huntley. And the lead reaches double figures for the first time in this title game. Salisbury by 11.
Well, the Hornets are just hustling down the floor. Jaguars not getting back. Again, using the fast break to get an easy bucket.
Wooden and Farmville Central wanted that one to go down. Another foul on Gibson. That's 2 quick ones on the 5'10 senior, who will now have a word with her coach on the sideline. There's look at Gibson. I mean, she hasn't scored in the game, but she doesn't need to score to lift Salisbury to the state title game. Stay on the floor, be a nuisance on the glass, do that job, and Salisbury's in great shape.
And she's one of the senior leaders, and her team really feeds off the energy she provides. She's had a really good year. She just fills up the box score, 5 points per game, 4 rebounds, 3 steals, does all the little things. Really good on the defensive end.
One more free throw coming from the North Carolina Department of Public Safety free throw line. Go to ncdps.gov/careers and start your new career. 1 of 2 for Luke. And a little backcourt pressure now by the Jaguars.
And here's the pressure, and I think this has to be how they change the course of this game, is trap, provide full court press, and try to create turnovers.
Huntley didn't attack McDaniel. McCullough against the grain, shot no, rebound Joyner. And the Jaguars trying to get out in transition and get aggressive, and a very nice take end-to-end by Joyner.
You don't see that too often. 6'4" going coast to coast. Nobody for the Hornets stopped ball, and she easily took it in.
Three-pointer by Huntley. Too long, and Joyner there for the rebound. The long outlet intercepted, though, by Huntley. McDaniel puts the thumbs up. She liked the idea. She was behind the defense. Just not enough on that pass. 8-point lead for the Hornets. Morgan gets around McDaniel. This is McCullough. There's another one by to McCullough. Her second three of the game.
McCullough's a lockdown three-point shooter. The Hornets get the ball inside, get a double team, and then open it up to the outside with a kick out.
West Shore home three-pointer. West Shore home bringing happiness to every home.
Good job. Again, bring the defense inside. And McCullough just sets her feet. The rotation knocks it down.
So it's Kaylin Baker shooting free throws for the Jaguars. Missed a couple in the first half. There's three seniors on this Farmville Central team. Only one is a starter. That's Willoughby. And a couple of free throws made by Baker. 31-22. Check out McDaniel, the other senior on this team for the Jaguars. McCullough works on Willoughby, and a 5-second call by the defense of Janiah Willoughby.
And that was a great defensive effort. The Jaguars extending the pressure man-to-man, moving their feet. The Hornets just couldn't get open. That was a better job, though, on the defensive end. So many times we've seen them kind of fall off or not hustle back. That defense creating an opportunity now to go on the offensive side.
Deficit is 9 for Farmville Central. Baker calls out the play. Wooten works on Gibson. Tough fake. Spins baseline. That's a tough shot. And the weak side rebound to Huntley. Gibson, little backdoor cut. Tough pass to handle from McCullough. Wooten is right in the jersey of Bryant and still sticks the jumper. She's in the double figures with 10.
Smooth. Howard coming up with the pick to open up her teammate.
And the lead back to double figures again. Salisbury by 11. McDaniel trying to get involved. Left that three-pointer short. McDaniel's now 2 of 9 from the floor in this contest for the Jaguars. Huntley, deflected pass. Gibson saves. Bryant again off the bounce. Rebound by Joyner. Dribble poked away from the backside. Diving onto it as the Hornets and Bryant the steal. And the dribble knocked out of the hands. Nice defensive play by Willoughby. But again, the Hornets quick to the ball. A lot of deflections. The defense is a nuisance for Salisbury. 4:01 left in this third quarter. We have a timeout on the floor. Salisbury led by 9 at the break. They're up by 11 now. And the three officials get together as both teams head to the sideline. So it's Salisbury up by 11 on Farmville Central midway through the third.
It's time for all parents to have that conversation with their pediatricians.
Vaccines are an important part of the puzzle. We need to step out of ourselves and do what's best for everyone.
Visit myspot.nc.gov to schedule your child's COVID-19 vaccine today.
There's something bigger than just me. I represent an entire facility.
People appreciate you for what you do. Thank you, shake your hand.
I feel like I'm doing a service to the citizens of North Carolina.
You know, you want to be the best officer you can be.
You know, when I'm not busy driving nails, I'm driving through Builder's Discount Center. And no wonder. They have top-grade materials and the best prices in town. The lumber, roofing, windows, vinyl siding, and complete packages for storage buildings, decks, even garages. And you can just drive in, load up, and drive out.
You can't do that at those big box stores.
Real projects, real materials, real fast. Don't just build, build tough. BuildersDiscount.net.
Okay, let's check back in with our Ingles Food for Thought. Low prices, love the savings. How are both teams faring?
Well, Farmville Central not creating turnovers at the pace they would like, and the shot selection has been okay. Over for Salisbury, the production off the bench, I've been impressed. Michaela Noble coming in, the young sophomore, making an impact. He's done a good job providing production, and he's got 5 points, good on the defensive end, and the Hornets doing all of the little things right now.
We'll get some free throws coming up and another timeout with 3:58 left in the third quarter. Salisbury up by 11 on Farmville Central.
Hollis Harper's team is going to have to turn up the pressure on the defensive end. I think they've got to go full court press on the offensive side. They've got to highlight Journey McDaniel, your best player, your scorer. You've got to find a way to get her open shots. Right now, they're putting a lot of pressure on her out on the perimeter. So they've got to clean up some things on the offensive side. And then also at the halftime break, we talked about the rebounding. They're -10 on the boards. They've got to be more physical.
All right, a reminder at the end of today's game, we'll be selecting the Talk It Out NC play of the game. Start the conversation, stop underage drinking. And right now for Salisbury, Bryant has 10 points. Huntley has 9. Gibson has been a defensive and offensive glass force for the Hornets, who again have only lost once. Both of these teams have a shared opponent from 4A in the 4A state title game on the women's side. We'll see Apex Friendship and Scott Campbell. That's the only loss the Hornets have suffered this year. They got beat by Apex Friendship by 18. Farmville Central got beat by 21. But again, Apex Friendship, as it's shown, the best women's basketball program in the eastern half of the state all year long.
Yeah, they've got a McDonald's All-American, Indian Navarre, and that'll be an outstanding ball game with them in Chambers at 5 o'clock.
Right at the North Carolina Department of Public Safety free throw line. One more coming for Huntley. Go to ncdps.gov/careers and start your new career. And the lead is 12 for the first time today. So Joyner in, Baker out. And again, Journey McDaniel averaging 16 a game. Joyner averaging 18 a game. They've combined for 13. Farmville Central is 22.
Look at Mary Morgan down low, battling with Joyner.
There's a foul off of the ball, and we're going to get a lecture here from Raven Johnson, the official. It was Mary Morgan and Joyner, number 10 for the Jaguars, going to work against one another down low.
Just fighting for position.
And she was called a foul on Joyner.
Yeah.
Farmville Central. That's not going to make Hollis Harper happy. He's actually 2 steps onto the floor talking with the referee.
Well, initially it looked like Morgan was bodying her up and a lot of contact. Then on the second kind of phase of the battle down low to gain position, it was Joyner that threw the shoulder into her.
If I read lips correctly as Raven Johnson was walking away, I think she said, "That's all, Hollis. That's your warning." I think he got warned for that long conversation on that call. Again, Hollis Harper, he's the only player, or actually only athlete in Farmville Central history to win a state title as a player and then win a state title as a coach for Farmville Central. And he's trying to exhort his team back from 12 down by any means possible. Gibson, the handoff to Bryant, and a foul call. And this too will go on Farmville Central.
Part of the discussion was to motivate his team, provide energy, and get them fired up, because this is the point where they've got to turn it on and they've got to eat into this lead.
First foul on Wooten. Well, Hollis Harper, he's not one to hide emotions. You know exactly what he's feeling on his nonverbals on the sideline. Huntley, the handoff. Inside 3.5 to play in the third. Back to Huntley, works on McDaniel. Shovel pass back behind her. Bryant misses the jumper. And finally, the Jaguars cover up a defensive rebound. Well done. And here comes Willoughby and Farmville Central. Whips a pass. McDaniel out of the corner for 3. That is big for the Jaguars.
And there it is. She was calling for the ball. Had her hand up. Just hid. Went to the corner. Knocked it down.
First points for McDaniel since the first quarter. Joyner then a block. And here come the Jaguars down 9. McDaniel will leave her hands into the lane, sneaks through, and she'll head to the free throw line. Foul against Mary Morgan. That'll be number 3.
Look at McDaniel, 6'1", leading the break. Look at the athleticism to get in, draw contact, and now the energy and momentum is shifting over to the Jaguars.
So there is Journey McDaniel back at the North Carolina Department of Public Safety free throw line. ncdps.gov/careers as McDaniel gets one more.
McDaniel, one of the senior leaders, committed to East Tennessee State. This is her last ball game of her high school career. She wants to go out with a strong ending here to the third and then turn it on again in the fourth. She's done a nice job from the three-point line and here knocking down her free throws.
Well, that's 5 points from McDaniel in the last 20 seconds. And now we get a violation on Salisbury. What's the call after the made free throw? And Raven Johnson will go talk with B&B about the call here. And Lakia Bryce wants to know as well. It looks like the ball may go back to Farmville Central. Yeah, they call a foul on Gibson. So that's 3 fouls on Gibson for, I guess, contact after the free throw went in. And the ball will get back to Farmville Central. And they have a chance now to extend on a 5-point run. They're within 7.
They've got to take advantage of the opportunities. And this is a great crowd that's traveled from Farmville Central and now starting to get more into the ball game and the contact with Gibson and Joyner. Joyner was arguing for the call.
All right, it's now in the hands of Sudley and engaged in a red-hot McDaniel. Joyner at the foul line, spins, gets 2 defenders, missed a shot, tipped 3 bounce for herself, tried to kick out to McDaniel, who got fouled on the exit pass. And now we're seeing a ton of calls go Farmville Central's way.
And more fight by the Jaguars. You can just see the defensive intensity and how they're driving with the purpose on the offensive side.
Quickly into Joyner, and there's another foul. This one goes against Dalton. That'll be her third. Lakia Bryce just can't believe all these whistles going against her squad right now. But that said, effort has ratcheted up, though, by Farmville Central.
They have. Now Dalton and Gibson with 3 fouls. Jaguars doing a better job getting the ball in the paint, playing inside out, letting Joyner go to work.
So back to the NC Department of Public Safety free throw line. It will be Amaya Joyner. Fouls piling up. Dalton now has 4 for Salisbury. Morgan and Gibson have 3. And 1 more coming for Joyner. And the stars for the Jaguars are beginning to step into the spotlight.
McDaniel 10 points. Joyner 9 with an opportunity to reach double digits on this free throw. They're calling for the ball. They're the best offensive players. They're looking to be aggressive and try to get their shot.
1 and 2. Loose ball. Chased down by Wooten. She was on the sideline with her back when she was touching the basketball. And it will go the other way. And this feels like the first offensive possession for the Hornets in about a year.
Right. It's been a while.
The lead was 34-22. It's now 34-28. 2.5 to go and still in the third quarter. And again, ample foul trouble for the Hornets. And Dalton is still on the floor with 4 fouls. Spinning is Noble, called for a walk. Oh, look at Hollis Hilton now. He is pumped. He's found new energy and new life on that sideline for the Jaguars.
And showing off on the defensive end. More pressure, more intensity. And the Hornets are going to have to slow down and maintain their composure and try to put an end to the run.
Here's Joyner. Quick move against 2 defenders. No good. And a travel on Joyner. And Haley Dalton, number 24, runs away when that whistle, and she saw the travel because she was in that territory. She picks up another foul. She's gone, and they need her on the floor. Noble into the half court. This is a really good timeout by Lakia Bryce. Well, the wheels are wobbly right now for the Hornets. They led by 12 only a couple of minutes ago. But it seems like it's been a hockey game with the Jaguars on like a 5-on-3 power play because it never felt like it left the offensive zone for Farmville Central for about 4 or 5 minutes.
That's a great analogy because it feels like they're playing with an extra player. And right now, all the momentum has shifted. Now, if you're Salisbury, like you said, great timeout just to slow things down, give your team a break and go over how you're going to break this press and pressure that you're facing on the offensive end. You have to be patient and take better shots. Give the ball to Bryant, use the pick and roll, and let her go to work.
A reminder coming up, we'll be selecting the West Shore Home Player of the Game. West Shore Home, America's most admired home remodeling brand. Salisbury was up by 12. Hollis Harper may have even been warned by Raven Johnson, the referee, for over-lobbying. But all of a sudden, there's juice coursing through the outlets for the Jaguars here. They're back in a 2-possession game. And, Jay, it's been McDaniel and Joyner, 8 combined points in this third quarter, 8 of the Jaguars' 11.
The stars are stepping up, and that's what we expected those two to shine. And McDaniel Good job breaking the pressure. 6'1", going down the court. She is so athletic. She's got to continue to be aggressive, look for her shot, and join her down low. When she gets the ball in the post, she's creating foul trouble for the Hornets, so they've got to play inside out.
All right, in the hands of the Hornets and Kyla Bryant, who has 10 points to lead Salisbury. Huntley's had a really nice game as well. McCullough with the ball, a couple of threes in the game. Inside 2 minutes for the third. They dump it in. Noble turns. Missed his shot. Rebound saved nicely by Joyner. And here comes Kaylin Baker back on the floor. Finds the trailer. Open three. McDaniel. No. And it lands out of bounds. Oh, the roof on one half of the Dean Dome would have been blown off if that McDaniel three goes in. Still a 6-point lead for the Hornets. Wooten has been a tough on-ball defender for Farmville Central in this one. Bryant gets around her. A bounce pass the baseline, shot blocked away, grabbed back in by Dalton, and couldn't finish. Quick outlet. Here's Willoughby. 1-on-2, and she has some handles, and the angle, a little bit short, and Willoughby is down, and she is a little slow to get up. Noble the other way. McCullough, spot up three. Yes! And what a transition from maybe a fast break layup for the Jaguars that would have made it 4. The lead grows to 9 on that McCullough three.
McCullough 3 for 5 from beyond the three-point line. Puts an end to the run.
And Dalton, a full palm on that stuff with 4 fouls, mind you. Stays with the Jaguars. 51 seconds left. For all that we've seen, the ebbs and flows in this third quarter, the lead is right where it is for the Jaguars at halftime. And now we get a foul, and if that's on Dalton, she's gone. And it is on Haley Dalton. And Haley Dalton, with 49 seconds left in the third quarter of the state title game, will spectate the rest of the way to hope her teammates can bring home their first title in 11 years.
Huge loss. Her height down in the paint has been really important on the defensive side, fronting the post. Had 4 points. She's a really good player, a junior, and she's played so hard in today's game.
So she fouls out 4 points, 2 blocks, 2 offensive rebounds. One more coming for Wooten. That's going to be a tough seat. This is going to be a nervous seat for Haley Dalton over the next 8.5 minutes of gameplay. Nothing you can do now but root your team on. One more coming from the North Carolina Department of Public Safety free throw line. Wooten makes 1 and 2. 37-29. Jaguars trailing Farmville Central. Final moments of the third. Noble, a pass into the lane, Mary Morgan. Now McCullough. 35 seconds left, driving in. Oh, the defense didn't pick up Bryant. 10-point lead for Salisbury. It looks like the Hornets may have recovered. In it goes. Oh, mismatch there. Joyner misses, though. Offensive rebound by Willoughby. Throws it right back in front of the rim, and Joyner's not going to miss that one. Final 10 seconds of the third. Hornets by 8. It's in the hands of Bryant with 4 seconds. Spins, a wild shot, no. And that's the end of the third quarter. We saw the 12-point lead for the Hornets trimmed all the way down to 6. Salisbury by 8. Farmville Central's Hollis Harper hoping for a fourth quarter magic in Chapel Hill.
Parents all over North Carolina are taking the Talk It Out pledge with their teens. It helps you make a plan together for what they'll do if friends have alcohol. It says they can call you anytime without being punished.
Thanks, Dad.
Anytime. Thanks for calling.
No problem.
You know, when I'm not busy driving nails, I'm driving through Builder's Discount Center. And no wonder. They have top-grade materials and the best prices in town. The lumber, roofing, windows, vinyl siding, and complete packages for storage buildings, decks, even garages. and you can just drive in, load up, and drive out.
You can't do that at those big box stores.
Real projects, real materials, real fast. Don't just build, build tough. BuildersDiscount.net.
The NCHSAA.
Sometimes playing our best game means changing our approach. Think about your favorite sport. For me, that's soccer. When you're playing a new team and you use a new move against them, you score. But once the rival team sees your moves, they can prepare against your team in the future. That's how viruses, like the coronavirus, work. Which means as new variants pop up, we have to adapt to defend ourselves.
Bigger than just me. I represent an entire facility.
People appreciate you for what you do. Thank you. Shake your hand.
I feel like I'm doing a service to the citizens of North Carolina.
You know, you want to be the best officer you can be.
There's only one rule.
Ready to see boobs?
Don't stop laughing.
Who runs away with the spoon?
The crackhead.
Join the fun. Watch the next Funny You Should Ask.
Parents all over North Carolina are taking the Talk It Out pledge with their teens. It helps you make a plan together for what they'll do if friends have alcohol. It says they can call you anytime without being punished.
Thanks, Dad.
Anytime. Thanks for calling.
No problem.
With crispy bacon and fluffy eggs and melty cheese. Whoa. Beast mode doesn't have to stop for breakfast. Give in to the new Bacon Beast breakfast menu at Hardee's and feed your happy.
Fadeaway jumper missed by Bryant. There's Gibson for another offensive rebound, but taken away. McDaniel up the floor. A jump pass all alone. He's joined over the pass. A little bit too low and in front of her. That was a gimme layup, but the pass is on target. Turnover by the Jaguars.
And you like the fact of pushing the pace, and they had numbers. They just couldn't connect. Now you've got to turn it up on the defensive end and really sell out on the press.
4 defenders in the backcourt initially for the Jaguars. They relent now. There's McCullough. 3 3-pointers to gain 2 big ones in that third quarter. Bryant again against Wooten. Gets around her, drives in, attacks on Joyner, missed a shot, and the rebound knocked out. It'll stay with Salisbury.
Wooten's been a really good on-ball defender. I think they've got to bring help up and trap. Just do whatever you can to try to create turnovers and put pressure on the Hornets.
8-point lead for the Hornets. Huntley, a lead bounce pass McCullough. Jumper by Huntley, no. And a good box out by Baker. Baker dribbling with her head up, surveying. Where will she go? She'll attack, hook a pass to Wooten in the corner, across the lane, and it's an offensive foul on Farmville Central. Call against Wooten, her second.
Mary Morgan.
Look of exasperation on her face.
Yeah, Mary Morgan doing all the little things. Number 15 in white setting up. She gets the call. It's 50-50 call either way.
Light foul, pressure in the backcourt. House Harper again bending over at the waist. As that foul goes against Wooten. That's now her second and third in a span of about 3 seconds. Five fouls now on Farmville Central, 8 on Salisbury. 39-31. No points yet in this final quarter. Bryant tosses to the inside. Gibson. There's the kick out to Morgan. Nearly backed it in. Joyner the rebound, and she'll bring it ahead. Now McDaniel. Long striding down the lane, got tripped, lost it out of bounds. There's no foul. And the officials need help, and it's simply out of bounds, lost by the Jaguars. And House Harper again heading toward any official within earshot saying, how is that not a foul?
He's looking for the call. A lot of contact. McDaniel goes in. They collided. It's a leg of Morgan.
Lead remains 8. Here's McCullough. Morgan nearly lost the handle. Saves to McCullough. Nothing on the baseline. Now they dump it inside. Gibson turning past Joyner. Misses the layup. Nice rebound by Joyner. And leads a 3-on-3. Joyner down the middle. Underhand flip to Willoughby. The kick into the corner. This is a long two. Missed by Wooten. Hornets with some numbers now. Diagonal ahead to Bryant. Into the lane. Contact. Yes! The layup by Bryant. And the foul on Willoughby. The lead back to 10 for Salisbury.
The hustle by the Hornets to get down the floor quickly. They had numbers. Beautiful pass by McCullough. And then Bryant plays through the contact to get the and one.
Tough finish by Bryant. Lead back to double figures. Timeout called by Farmville Central. And right now you almost feel like the Jaguars are in the ICU. Not yet life support, but you almost feel like things are going to pivot here in the next minute or two.
Yeah, now this timeout, the Jaguars have to find a way to regain some momentum, their composure, because they had it at 8 points. It was going back and forth, and then Salisbury on the fast break just out-hustled them. They sprinted down the court. The Jaguars didn't get back, and it paid off. So they're going to have to do a better job on the defensive end, getting back, and then you've got to create turnovers. And then on the offensive side, you just have to be more efficient. You got to knock down open shots and create opportunities off the pick and roll.
All right, Jay, we've seen some nice plays in this game, but this one trumps everything. It's our Talk It Out NC play of the game. Start the conversation. Stop underage drinking. It's the play that just occurred.
McCullough leads the fast break. Beautiful pass. And then Bryant, the junior, Division I recruit, finishes through the contact. The and one opportunity with the free throw coming up right now.
Yeah, that's a weight room finish right there because that's off the wrong leg against your body. Full speed ahead. You have very little angle to get that ball even to the glass, let alone make it. So Bryant, 14 points for the Hornets. And a free throw coming up from the Builders Discount Center free throw line. Builders Discount, don't just build, build tough. Free throw missed. Offensive stick back a little short by Huntley. And here come the Jaguars, and they need a play. Here's Wooten. No on the layup. Loose ball grabbed again by Farmville Central. That one is missed by Willoughby. And a foul out near midcourt. This will go on the Jaguars. And it's going to go against Baker. Third on Baker. 10-point lead now for Salisbury.
Salisbury, it's all about protecting the basketball. No turnovers, make your free throws, and use the clock. Just milk the clock, stay composed. You got a nice cushion. Just have to protect the basketball and play good defense. You're going to be a state champion.
Yeah, Wooten to the bench. We got our first look at Destiny May for the Jaguars, number 30. Free throw miss. It was a 1-1. McDaniel tears down the rebound, and here she comes. Down the lane against the defender. Got the shot up short. Battle for the board. Morgan wins it. And look at Willoughby reach in there and try and snatch it away. And Willoughby almost got lifted airborne. Mary Morgan strong with the ball. Willoughby got her hands in there and almost got levitated like Dua Lipa.
Look at the fight down low. Morgan just rips it. And then Journey McDaniel comes over and saves her teammate.
Alternating possession keeps it with the Jaguars down 10. 5:19 to play in the fourth. Willoughby into the corner. This is a three. No good by Baker. Might have been deflected. And it will stay with the Jaguars. A concern, Hollis Harper. Here's McDaniel from the elbow. Off the mark. McCullough the rebound for the Hornets. Deflected pass. Count is on. Tough time breaking the 10, and they get a timeout right before the 10-second call was going to go against the Hornets. So it's a 30-second timeout by Lakia Bryce. She's had some timely timeouts, yes. One was to stop a run in the first half, and that one saves a critical possession when you're up by 10 trying to win a state title.
And you said it, save your team. Good job recognizing your team's in trouble. go over to the sideline, set up a play, and really just reassess the situation. Tell your team, 10-point lead, 5 minutes left. Let's find a way to break the press. We're going to see double teams. We're going to see trapping situations. Make sure you're assertive with the ball and come and help out your teammates to move the ball up the floor.
Now, this Salisbury team, if you haven't been following along, in the regional final when they knocked off Shelby, it was a 1-point win in double overtime. So fortunate to be here, and now they're on the precipice of their 5th state title in women's basketball history for Salisbury, and their first in over a decade. They're trying not to let the moment get too large for them here. Take care of the basketball, make some free throws, get on the defensive glass. Just the little things will mean all the difference here for the Hornets to put this one away.
They've been doing all those things throughout the ballgame. That's why they've got this lead. They just have to close it out and play a complete game. Box out on the defensive end, get boards, make your free throws, move the ball up the court, and stay composed.
Now, meanwhile, the senior leadership on this Jaguars team with Willoughby, Joyner, McDaniel, they need to step up in a big way here in the final 5 minutes. Huntley against McDaniel, gets around her. There's a dump down to a wide open Bryant. Beautiful breakdown of an overplaying and overzealous defense.
They used the pressure against the Jaguars, and they're still being aggressive. They're not pulling the ball out and using the clock. They're looking to attack.
Joyner on the way up with all those fancy handles and moves. The Hornets simply didn't bite. Kept their low position, reached in, got their hand on the basketball. 4.5 remaining. Willoughby, not a lot of room, goes for the reverse. Oh, what a nice play by Janiah Willoughby.
The baseline was open. Nobody came over to close things off.
Oh, and there is maybe a nervous, we're 4 minutes away from a state title championship turnover by the Salisbury Hornets. Right through the fingertips. Back to the Jaguars, down 10. Baker, throw it away. No chance for that pass to get through. Huntley. And a reach by Willoughby. Well, communication's been such a big part of this Jaguars team, but on that entry pass, it was a chest pass to about waist level. Immediately, McDaniel says, no, that needs to be an over-the-top pass.
You got to throw the ball high. With her 6'4" height, you got to put it with the mismatch, throw it up high, and let her kind of jump and get it and away from harm's way.
Huntley will get the bonus. 11 for Huntley. 16 for Bryant. And one more from the Builders Discount Center free throw line. Don't just build tough. Corrine Denham on the floor for the Jaguars. So deep down the bench for Hollis Harper. Denham we saw very briefly in the opening quarter. And we had not seen Destiny May at all, another senior, until a couple of minutes ago. A couple of big free throws right there. 45-33 Salisbury matches the biggest lead of this championship. Joyner, McDaniel on the strong side. Now it's in McDaniel's hands. 4 minutes left. Wooten. Off-balance shot, no. Can't run down her own miss. McCullough behind the defense. Gets the pass, driving to the hole. Shot partially blocked by McDaniel. And a reprieve for the Jaguars. Contact in midcourt. And a blocking foul on Huntley. And McDaniel a little slow to get up. A couple of her teammates helping her to her feet. 3:44 left in regulation. Salisbury up by 12 as they vie for a 5th state championship.
At Blue Cross and Blue Shield of North Carolina, we resolve to have your back and be your trusted partner in health, so you have the confidence to make caring for your family easy. Visit BlueCrossNC.com to learn more about coverage that's right for you.
There's something bigger than just me. I represent an entire facility.
People appreciate you for what you do. Thank you. Shake your hand.
I feel like I'm doing a service to the citizens of North Carolina.
You know, you want to be the best officer you can be.
You know, when I'm not busy driving nails, I'm driving through Builders Discount Center. And no wonder. They have top-grade materials and the best prices in town. The lumber, roofing, windows, vinyl siding, and complete packages for storage buildings, decks, even garages. and you can just drive in, load up, and drive out.
You can't do that at those big box stores.
Real projects, real materials, real fast. Don't just build tough. BuildersDiscount.net.
12-point lead for Salisbury. 3:44 left in this fourth quarter from Chapel Hill. And Jay Sohnhalter, Farmville Central on its way to this championship game, averaging 74 points a game in their first 5 playoff contests. They've scored only 2 so far in this fourth quarter and just 33 against the Salisbury defense today.
They've blown out their opponents in the playoffs, and you have to give so much credit to Salisbury on the defensive end, clogging up the paint area, good pressure on the perimeter, and they've just forced the Jaguars into stressful offensive possessions.
There is Lakia Bryce, 8th year. The last 4 years, her program has gone 95-10. But again, she inherited a program that was 11 games under 500 back in 2014. Free throws for McDaniel for Farmville Central. Brought to you by Builders Discount Center. Builders Discount. Don't just build tough. And the pre-shot routine for McDaniel. Closing the eyes, taking a deep breath. Misses the front end. Battle for the rebound. A tie-up. And then a shove to the ground by Amaya Joyner. And I don't think there's going to be any whistle on that, but Jamesia Huntley is simply looking at her teammates. She had it, she got tied up, and then basically was just kind of shoved to the court. I don't think the officials really saw it. And the official making a call was already looking at the scorer's desk. He didn't see it.
They just missed it. That should have been a technical.
And credit to Huntley for keeping her cool. With a big missed front end by McDaniel. 3:43 to go. And now a trap in the backcourt. Jaguars trying to force a turnover. Down McCullough with a 3-on-2. Sprint dribble ahead. And now they'll play keep away. Up by 12. In no hurry are the Salisbury Hornets here. Huntley lost to Hano. Saves in the corner. Now Gibson lost it out of a double team. Good tight trap there by Farmville Central. Here's McDaniel into the lane, gets the hole and scores. Nice finish by Journey McDaniel. She has 12. The lead is 10, and here's the pressure again. And now McCullough trapped the sideline, knocked out of her hands, and Wooten did the damage there with Denham on the sideline.
I've been so impressed with Wooten and McDaniel on the defensive end, hustling, creating turnovers on the last possession. McDaniel came over for the trap and then took it coast to coast. She's had so much pressure on her all ball game long, she's able to finish.
Well, look how tightly Willoughby is playing Bryant right now. Go back second quarter when Farmville Central made its run. It was with this defensive intensity because it did rattle Salisbury. And another timeout taken by Salisbury, up 10 with 2:45 to go. So Hollis Harper brings the Jaguars to the bench. There is Lakia Bryce in the center. Stressing poise, be strong with the ball, connect passes. Because you know the defense running at him is going to be running at about 300 miles an hour.
Focus in these late game situations. Protect the basketball, and when you're facing double teams, stay calm and find your open teammate because you're going to have an advantage, especially cross court. And then if you have an opportunity to go to the free throw line, knock down your free throws. And then on the defensive side, do not foul.
Now, as much as Lakia Bryce has been able to save her Hornets with some timeouts, she only has one left. So it's going to fall mostly on her players to be able to be in the right spots, make the right passes, and handle this Jaguar pressure because it will be intense. The lead is still 10. Out of bounds play, break into the hole. How is that for a college design play? Huntley took the pass from the sideline. Beautifully executed. Hornets by 12.
I like the scheme and then the execution. Spot on to get two.
McDaniel, wild shot, no. Rebound deflects to Joyner. Under 2.5 to go. Denham slides into the block. McDaniel spins right into double team. Gets knocked to her back, but a reach-in foul on the Hornets. And free throws for McDaniel. Number 4 on Gibson. So the clock is stopped, 2:21 left. And these are must free throws for McDaniel and Farmville Central. Trailing by 12. Back to Builders Discount Center free throw line. 2 straight misses now from McDaniel. Noble back on the floor, replacing Gibson with 4 fouls. A 12-point lead for Salisbury. The once beaten Hornets, the only team that beat them, will play for the 4A state title in about 6 hours. Free throw miss, but Joyner outwills the Hornets for the rebound and the stick back. Back to 10. Willoughby swats the basketball. And now this trap extends all the way to midcourt. Now the scramble defense. McDaniel trying to poke it away. Huntley works away. The reload shot, no. Offensive rebound, and a 3 by Noble is missed. Quick shots. Jaguars ball. Bounce pass slung to Wooten. To the lane. Layup, no. Crash in the glass. Was Amaya Joyner. And a jump ball. Arrowed the other way. A couple of bodies crash, and Joyner still down. It's a hard foul one more time by Amaya Joyner. Alice Harper, head coach, out on the floor to help her.
Each team fighting so hard. This is just a battle for the ball to get possession.
And she went down, caught the back of her head right in the middle of the Carolina blue paints here at the Dean Dome. And Hollis Harper wants Joyner to the bench. He wants the athletic trainer to assess. Really appreciate that by Hollis Harper. I mean, you're right in the throes of a state championship game, trying to put a huge rally together. And one of your absolute best players went down, hit her head in the bottom lane. She wanted to stay in. He said no. Responsible. Short shot missed by McDaniel in the post. Rebound to Salisbury. And a foul on Farmville Central. And McDaniel beginning to feel the weight of the moment now. Just not one of her better days here today.
We've talked about doing all the little things. The Hornets situation, boxing out and getting the important rebound. And Mary Morgan has been really good on the defensive end. Her post presence, her size, the energy she provides is one of the reasons why Farmville Central's had so much trouble on the offensive side.
And Amaya Joyner is back in. So here is Mary Morgan, the junior. Only a couple of points in the game, but this one is back a little bit too strong. Nobody boxed her out. Bounce pass down low. Gibson, no. And Joyner takes away the ball. Minute 35 to go. McDaniel all alone behind the defense for the layup. It's down to 8, and Hollis Harper takes a timeout.
I think for Salisbury, pull the ball out, use the clock. I mean, I appreciate the aggressiveness, but right now, if you pull it out, you're going to force the Jaguars to either foul you or you're going to burn more clock, and you have the timeout, and Farmville Central still hanging in. Can create a couple turnovers here. You're going to make this interesting.
Minute 32 to go. 8-point lead for Salisbury. We'll get to our West Shore Home player of the game. West Shore Home, America's most admired home remodeling brand.
On the outside, Kyla Bryant has been so efficient. Did a nice job picking her spot. 7 for 16 on the day. 15 points. She's led the fast break, played through contact. She's done it all for her team.
So there's a look at Bryant, our player of the game. 92 seconds away from being a state champion. But these will not be an easy 92 seconds to withstand if you're the Salisbury Hornets. One timeout for Salisbury remaining. Farmville Central has 2. And now if you're the Jaguars, I'm sure part of that conversation with Hollis Harper was, if we don't turn them over, who do we want to put on the free throw line?
He told his team to sell out to create a turnover. And if you don't get it initially, once they get it past half court, foul immediately.
All right, it'll be Morgan throwing in for the Hornets. And she throws for the touchdown. She connects with Bryant, driving in on Wooten, holds the foot, lays it in, and that might be the final nail. cerebral, have these baseline and out-of-bounds plays. Dead balls been by Lakia Bryce. We saw one off the sideline earlier in this fourth quarter, and we see that one here when you know the Jaguars are selling out on a jailbreak to try and force a turnover.
Great design, beautiful execution, and when you know the opponent is going to pressure you, use that to your advantage. Go backdoor and then hit the home run, and a good pass up the court to Bryant.
Minute 21 left. Baker will get one more. It's now a 9-point lead for Salisbury. And one more from the Builders Discount Center free throw line. It's the roll. And the pressure again by the Jaguars. Now this time they will protect the back end. It's in the hands of Bryant. Feels a trap coming. Noble, dangerous pass. McDaniel got her arm in there, and I think arrived just a hair late. Third foul on McDaniel. And a couple of free throws now for the Hornets. Well, the read was right for McDaniel, but just got the spot a touch late. And it will be Huntley to the free throw line for Salisbury. 14 points in the game. And she will shoot a pair. 49-41, Salisbury.
Jaguars still in this game. I mean, down 8. You can come back from this, but you just have to be efficient on the offensive side. I mean, you've got to score.
Salisbury's only 7 of 14 from the free throw line. Minute 11 to go. Second free throw good, so it's a 9-point game. So Baker over the timeline with a minute 10. Hornets extend the zone a bit. Three-pointer on the way, yes, by Joyner. And a timeout from Hollis Harper. That is just the second three-point make of the game for the Jaguars. It comes from the 6'4" lefty, Amaya Joyner.
And they've been much better from beyond the three-point line throughout the season. Today, it just hasn't been going in. But at critical moments, you've got to step up. Now you have the timeout, only down by 6, and the door's been left open because of the free throw shooting of the Hornets.
2 of 13 from three-point range are the Jaguars. But Joyner knocks down the 3. You still have a minute 1 left. 2-possession game. A somewhat shaky free throw experience today by the Salisbury Hornets. And now look at McDaniel waving to the Farmville Central crowd. They'll be here for another couple of hours. She wants more energy and more noise. Looking for the 6th man here in Chapel Hill to draw them closer.
And we've seen these out-of-bound plays. The success of the Hornets. The Jaguars have to watch with a home run ball. They just gave up one a couple possessions ago.
And Mary Morgan was the player who delivered that pass. We'll see what they're looking for here. They go short. It's in the hands of Bryant. Deflected pass. Steal by McDaniel. Jaguars with life. Over to Baker. Here's a 3. Short. McCullough the rebound for Salisbury. 50 seconds left. And a bump in the backcourt. Number 4 on McDaniel. Oh, that Baker 3. We were right in line with it. It was right on target. Just short. Would have cut it to 3.
It looked like it was going in, and McDaniel gets the turnover. Nice pass to set up her teammate. And this looked true, just a little short.
Well, I think on the release, if you ask her, that's a make. It's good. You know when it's good, right? Just short. But now the first free throws of the game for the senior sharpshooter from distance, Rachel McCullough. 3 three-pointers in the game for McCullough. And she is at the Builders Discount Center free throw line for Salisbury. 7-point lead. Third Hornet in double figures now with 10. Willoughby in for Denham.
McCullough, one of the better free throw shooters, 56 for 75 on the year.
Makes them both. 49 seconds left. Jaguar ball down 8. Baker attacks. Contact. Offensive foul. on Farmville Central. Morgan took another one. And it's Hornet ball up 8 with 43 seconds left.
Morgan sets up. She sees the drive. Just gives up her body. She had the base. Took the contact.
Clock running. McCullough being chased. Flips it away. Bryant has it. 30 seconds left. Are the Jaguars raising the white flag here? Too much time, and Joyner comes in, shoves her down, and it's an intentional foul called against Amaya Joyner. And that's not what you want to see in the final 30 seconds of a state title game. Hollis Hunter knows the result now. 2 shots and the ball for the Hornets here. And again, about 15 or 20 seconds had come off of the clock prior to that. And Joyner just kind of went in and almost clotheslined McCullough.
It was right in front of the bench of the Hornets. McCullough maintained her composure. Kia Bryce got her team over the sideline. No retaliation.
McCullough calmly knocks down number 1. Joyner still pleading her case with her staff and anybody who will listen on the bench. But the absolute right call made by the officials. McCullough. 4 straight free throws in the final minute of this 4th quarter for Rachel McCullough.
She's been
the ball
clutch.
now for the Hornets.
And she's been, under pressure situations, she's been clutch.
And now Joyner being consoled by one of her assistant coaches. Now Hollis Harper goes down there to try and educate her. Hornets basketball up by 10. And now 2 more free throws from McCullough. He had the technical free throws, and now these are the free throws for the foul that was committed. And it's 5 straight now by McCullough. So it's all academic now. Farmville Central trailed by 12, cut it back down to 6. Had a shot in the air to make it 4, and then one to make it 3. But Salisbury has righted the ship, maintained their character and their poise down the stretch. And they lead by 12, and these will be the most enjoyable 25 seconds of a head coaching career for Lakia Bryce and the Hornets.
And McCullough has been the closer, 6 for 6 from the line. She's been really good today.
And now halt and play. One of the officials is at the scorer's desk. Probably just making sure they have the number of personal fouls correct, because Amaya Joyner is still on the floor for Farmville Central, and now we're going to have a referees conference here. Joaquin Davis, Dean Beabout, Raven Johnson will gather. This has nothing to do with the score, nothing to do with the clock. I'm sure it has everything to do with fouls and intentional fouls that were just assessed here. Now we're going to have both head coaches come to the scorer's table. Yeah, I don't know if Joyner's going to stay in this game. I think that's probably what this is about. But we'll see. Pure speculation on my part. But now both head coaches will come to midcourt. So not much to that conference. Technically now Joyner remains on the floor with 4 fouls. It will be Hornets basketball with a 10-point lead, 54-44. And the Hornets have it now in the hands of their star, Bryant. The Salisbury fans have made the trip to Chapel Hill rise in unison. The final 10 seconds, they've been waiting 11 years to tick off the clock. And for the first time in 11 years, we get a step out by Kyla Bryant. 3 seconds left. Still coaching. Hands up one more time for these 3 seniors on this Hornet squad. It's in the hands of the Jaguars. The final seconds tick off. And for the first time in 11 years, the Salisbury Hornets are three. $54-44, the win for Salisbury. And again, their only loss in a state title game was back in 2006 to the team they just vanquished, Farmville Central. Hugs and tears. Championship Saturday in Chapel Hill. Salisbury, a 10-point state title victory over Farmville Central.
The NCHSAA basketball championships are this Saturday on MyRDC. At 5 p.m., the 4A girls square off as Apex Friendship takes on Chambers.
And Apex Friendship is powered by McDonald's All-American Indian Nabar, while the Chamber girls are the defending state champs looking to add to their trophy case.
Then at 7:30 p.m.
Oh, this must be super embarrassing. Let me get that terrible driver I just got pulled over look. Wait, click. Perfect.
Bigger than just me. I represent an entire facility.
People appreciate you for what you do. Thank you. Shake your hand.
I feel like I'm doing a service to the citizens of North Carolina.
You know, you want to be the best officer you can be.
There's only one rule.
Ready to see boobs?
It easier than ever to get your window or door project started right now. For a limited time, we're offering 5 years of 0% interest financing, plus 50% off the cost of installation.
With crispy bacon and fluffy eggs and melty cheese. Whoa. Beast mode doesn't have to stop for breakfast. Give in to the new Bacon Beast breakfast menu at Hardee's and feed your happy.
What's up, everybody? It's time for some high school championship basketball, baby. I'm Nelson Weston, and who better to join us than our good friend all the way from Ingalls Markets, Melissa Level. Melissa,
I'm so excited to see you.
I'm always excited to see you as well. Now, you and I both know that Ingalls has had a long-standing partnership with the community in terms of academics and athletics for a long, long time now. Right. The question has to be asked, though, what inspires y'all to want to continue supporting the community?
Well, you know, Ingalls is part of our communities. We're a big corporation, but our stores are individual beacons inside smaller communities. So with that being said, this is a perfect way to do that. Supporting young athletes, supporting schools, that helps us build bigger, stronger communities.
I like that. Now, speaking of community, you and I both know that in the community, Ingalls is also known for their delicious, mouth-watering, and tasty good food.
Oh, I know.
What are some of your favorite dishes at Ingalls?
You know, I love going to the Ingalls Deli. Everything is already made. I can get a great sub with boar's head beef or pick up a nice hot meal, go to the park, go to the game. No mess, no fuss.
That would hit the spot right about now.
I'm starving.
Now, y'all are also known for y'all's famous Tools for Schools program.
That's right.
Now, on one hand, for those who are unfamiliar, what is Tools for Schools? But more importantly, how does the public get involved?
Well, it's really simple to get involved. And you just have to register your Ingalls Advantage card. That's free. And then attach it to a school of your choice. And every time you shop and use that card, a percentage of your sales go to that school.
Wow.
It's wonderful. It allows teachers and administrators to get the things they need for their school without having to pay for it out of their own pocket. It allows our shoppers, our customers, to be able to benefit the community just by shopping at Ingalls.
Now, just to follow up with that, how long has this program been around? And furthermore, how much in terms of donations have been made since its inception?
It's been around 17 years, and we're close to $23 million in donations.
Close to $23 million?
Yes.
That is outstanding work. Melissa, you and Ingalls, y'all keep up the magnificent work.
Well, thank you.
Folks, it's time for some high school championship basketball. We invite you to sit back, relax, and enjoy the game.
We're back inside the Dean Dome. A 10-point win for Salisbury to claim the state championship. We'll take a look at the Legacy Federal Credit Union final stats. Be your best with the Legacy Federal Credit Union. And Jay, the difference for you is where today?
It was on the boards and then protecting the basketball. Salisbury only 15 turnovers. And another big difference was the three-point shooting, 4 for 10, especially in the fourth quarter. They closed it out with some big threes and then made free throws.
All right, 3 in double figures for Salisbury. Bryant led all scorers today with 17. 54-44, Salisbury the victory. Now let's take a look at the Hardy's points in the paint totals. Farmville Central 28-22.
Well, and Farmville Central won in this area. I think this is an area where they could have taken more advantage of their height down low and really done a good job of playing inside out. They won, but that's an area where, it just wasn't clicking all throughout the ball game today.
At Hardy's, try the new Bacon Beast menu at Hardy's. Crispy bacon in a burger, biscuit, or breakfast burrito.
Assistant coach Trent Joyner.
And now the awards ceremony, the trophies, the medals,
head coach
and a hopeful group of Hornets. Yeah, a lot of smiles there. And there is Hollis Harper. 12th year as the head coach, co-state champs a couple of years ago with Newton Conover. And that's great to see his sportsmanship. It's tough. Getting to Reynolds Coliseum or the Dean Dome is so hard. Culmination of a dream, but only one team survives.
And he's a really good person, and his team has just been dominant throughout the year. I know they're in a lot of pain right now. The Hornets and Lakia Bryce, just in critical moments, they made plays, and only one loss on the year. Second ball game, and they've just been on such an impressive run.
And there you see the 3 seniors along with the junior Bryant out there to accept the 5th state championship banner for the Salisbury Hornets. And easy to find a deep smile for a picture like this, yes?
Such a special moment.
And by the way, we did find out what that discrepancy was late in the fourth quarter when the officials went. They actually took 2 of the free throws away from McCullough. They awarded too many free throws to her on that intentional foul. But McCullough, every opportunity she had at the line of that fourth quarter, she came through. So Lakia Bryce has her first state title for Salisbury. Again, their first one was in 2004. They beat Southern Vance. And then they three-peated, all at the 2A level. They beat Graham in 09, East Bladen in 10, and East Bladen again in 2011. But again, they had to grind out a double overtime win in the regional final last week to beat Shelby 45-44 to even get here. And now they take down Farmville Central.
And this is a moment for the players. They're going to be bonded forever.
Number 15,
this trophy, the championship they win, it's going to be in the trophy case at the school, and this is going to be something that they can always come back to the school and have such great memories of.
Well, one thing Lakia Bryce mentioned to us earlier in the week was that she made a point with her team, with this team, to walk through the hallways, take a look at the trophy case, the state trophies, and the banners that they have hanging. It's been 11 years for Salisbury. So they now will be the players, and they will be responsible for the banner that will hang for the next set of Hornet players. So look up to and say, we want to do that while we're here.
Well, and she's enjoying this moment. And next year, she may be taking a similar walk to go look at the trophy from this year and the past years as well. And she just did a great job with her tactical skills coming at the timeout breaks. She created opportunities for teams, slowed down momentum for the Jaguars, and I was very impressed with her.
Just beaten once again by Apex Friendship. They will play for the 4A Women's Championship later here in Chapel Hill, but there was a purpose behind her very tough non-conference scheduling. And she said, frankly, our biggest competition this year has been in practice. And that has paid dividends here in Chapel Hill today.
She talked about defense winning championships. She's got to be so pleased with the effort of her team.
So there's a look at Farmville's Amaya Joyner. What a game. Holy cow. 16 points, 23 rebounds for Joyner, 5 block shots. Just could not will her team to the comeback. They had a very early lead, about 4 minutes into the first quarter. Then we saw a 10-0 run by Salisbury that kind of shifted the wills of this game, and from that point on, it was really Farmville Central playing from behind. And the most outstanding player right there, Kyla Bryant. 17 points in 30 minutes of action, and she's back for one more year. So now the celebration can really start for Salisbury. 28-1. They lost their second game of the year, and that was it. That was back on November the 27th, beaten by Apex Friendship. And now Lakia Bryce, the 8th-year head coach for the Salisbury Hornets, will join us here momentarily. Jay Sohnhalter is going to hustle past the end of the scorer's desk and come out and talk with Lakia. So she is all mic'd up as they pose for the pictures that will forever be put in the hallways of Salisbury High. Here is Jay with Lakia.
To us earlier in the week about defense winning championships. Your team held them to only 44 points. They came in averaging 66. How'd you do it?
I just told my girls that we had to buckle down. We had to control number 10. She had a great game in number 2. But I thought that we did a great job on their supporting cast. 24, we limited her to shots, and we took away other people's stuff. So I think that overall, Mary Morgan was big for us in the middle. She was undersized, and I thought that she was physical with her, and that she did a good job of controlling her for the most part. And she came up with some huge charges. She's the anchor of our defense with our other players. But like I told you before, my team is all about defense, and our defense sparks our offense, and we just needed to get stops.
It seems like you guys did all the little things, especially in the second half. The clutch free throws, big three-pointers. What'd you say to your team during your timeout breaks?
I told them that they had to really take care of the ball because I knew Farmville Central was going to come with some pressure, and that we was kind of holding on to the ball too long. If you see the open teammate hit it, we had to get Rachel going. She hit a big 3 for us on the driving kick. We had one late in going to halftime that we didn't get to her, but at halftime I told them if we drive, we kick it, she's going to be open. And I thought, we just took care of the ball. Kyla Bryant did a great job of controlling tempo. She was pressure all day. And we went to the free throw line, made free throws when it counted.
And you took your team with the walk down to see the trophy cases and the banners from your previous state championship teams. Now an opportunity to place your own trophy, in that case, your own banner. How special is it?
It's very special because if you look at them teams that won in the past, they all had special players with special coaches. And I knew if my girls kept working hard, that they'll have a battle of their own. And today they came out and they did just that. They was not going home without a banner. So that's all they talk about. Can we get our picture frame? And from the start, from the beginning of the season to the end, that's all they talked about is our expectations to win the state championship. And they came out and execute the plan.
Congratulations on a great season and a huge victory today.
Thank you so much.
All right, there's Jay, and congratulations to Lakia Bryce. And yes, they will now have their picture framed in the hallways forever at Salisbury High. 54-44 is our final score. All of us like to take a minute to thank the wonderful sponsors: West Shore Home, the North Carolina Department of Health and Human Services, Talk It Out NC, Builders Discount, North Carolina Department of Public Safety, Hardee's, a Legacy Credit Union, and Ingles Markets. All these sponsor partners, through their contributions to the program, make these championship games possible for you at home. So again, your final score: Salisbury 54, Farmville Central 44. A 5th state title for Salisbury as they take down the Jaguars. Thanks for watching. So long from Chapel Hill.